the engagement generally and comments and everything is less. So you have to be sure that that influencer also fits that channel. Find influencers who are active on social media. I mean, you don't want to work with influencers who will make you lose credibility in the eyes of the public. But from recent searches, it's discovered that actually micro influencers, that's influencers with less following, can actually give you better engagements than larger influencers. And here's turn heads, breaknecks with ads that slay. Hi everyone, it's your media playboy here, girl with the media vibes, giving you back-to-back tips and strategies on how to be your authentic creative self. So from my last video, I talked about the things that every influencer or aspiring influencer should and shouldn't do. So in this video now, I'm going to be focusing on companies and brands that are looking for influencers they want to work with or partner with to create a buzz and awareness for their businesses. So let's get started. So the first thing that you have to consider is find influencers within your niche or whatever your business is into so that they are able to promote the brand message properly. So for this particular one, a lot of brands make this mistake. They assume that because an influencer has 1 million followers or 2 million followers, they're going to get a whole lot of awareness and probably sales and things like that. But from recent searches, it's discovered that actually micro influencers, that's influencers with less following, can actually give you better engagements than larger influencers. And here's why. When you find micro influencers that are into what you're into, for example, someone who sells cars has to look for influencers that are into cars, or someone into real estate has to look for influencers that talk about houses or buildings or things like that. This way, this person may just have 50,000 followers on their page, but at least you're sure that their audience are people who are car lovers or car enthusiasts or real estate agents or people that are just interested in cool houses and luxurious houses. This way you've saved yourself a whole lot of money because they are not as expensive as the macro influencers. So it's good that you find influencers who match what your business is into. That way you're sure that their target audience focuses on exactly what you're looking out for. I used the sneakers bar example in my first video where I was talking about the things influencers should and shouldn't do. And from that video, you could clearly see, or from the advert itself, you could clearly see that, yes, I mean, the lady is a model. She has almost 4 million followers as of then. And she created the awareness, good, but her audience were a mix of different people. And the company, because of the way that whatever she posted was presented, the audience is going to be confused. So you don't know where the audiences belong to. It's just a mix. And majority of them would be people that just like her because she's a beautiful model and she's popular, but they might not be people who might be interested in eating chocolate. So this is very crucial when you're deciding your influencers. It's better that you choose the ones that are into what you're doing and they are sure that they're able to put the brand message out there. I mean, you don't want to work with influencers who will make you lose credibility in the eyes of the public. The next thing is consider the objective of your marketing campaign. Now, this one is something that you need to understand very well. You don't just go out there and pick any influencer and tell them, just do this for us. So there's a marketing funnel. And in this funnel, there's awareness, there's consideration, there's conversion, there's purchase, there's loyalty. Some people also add things like advocacy, evaluation, things like that, but these are the major 5. Now, from this, awareness is, are you creating a marketing campaign just to create awareness for people to know your brand and hear about it probably for the first time? Or do you want the influencer to promote something that has to do with conversion? Do you want the audience to convert? Do you want to get more traffic on your website? Do you want them to download your app? Things like that. What's the objective? Do you even want your audience to sign up for your services? These are the objectives I'm talking about. So when you've decided what the objective of your campaign should be, it would let you now know the kind of message that you want the influencer to put out there. The next thing is activity. Find influencers who are active on social media. You don't want influencers who post once in a month or twice in a month or rarely. You want influencers who are active, at least influencers who post once every day. It shows that they are active and you're sure that at least from your ads or whatever campaigns you want them to run, you clearly see results from it at the end of the day. The next thing is engagement and credibility. When I mean engagement, I'm talking about influencers who are able to engage with the followers on live or comment section. Now, I see a lot of brands make this mistake. When you have an influencer who is running a marketing campaign for you, on their pages and all that, you don't want one that is not into your niche. Like I said before, you want one that has an idea, that is into your area of business or the category of business that you're into. Someone that is able to answer followers and subscribers on the comment section or during their live videos. You want someone that is knowledgeable about that particular area, because you find a lot of people that they may not want to go click any link on any bio or probably go to the website. They may forget, but when they have an influencer who is active to respond to their comments and who has knowledge about that particular niche, then it makes your job easier as a company. It gives you the assurance that this influencer knows what they're doing, and it gives you the assurance that at least this person is knowledgeable enough to respond to people who indicate interest, even in their inboxes, right? Then when I talk about credibility, I'm talking about the trust that followers give to influencers. So you have to make sure that your influencer is someone that is smart enough and creative to deliver the message properly. You don't want an influencer who is just reading out the script that you give them to do. You want someone that is talking in a very convincing way and in a way that anyone that listens to them would be convinced to at least do something. No matter what it is, people would definitely click a link or go to your website or do something just because of what the influencer has said. Finally, choose influencers who believe in your brand and what you stand for. These kind of influencers, by the time they look at your brand, they believe in what you're saying. They see that your brand is bringing value and impact, because when they believe in you, they can easily deliver the right message out there. And let your influencers also be creative. Like I always say, tell stories, create something out of nothing, use silly characters. Don't just go straight ahead to advertise the brand or the business. Try to always create a different scenario, then blend it in, and then introduce the business or the brand or the product. This way, you're getting the audience's attention locked to the very end of the ad. Now, I'm going to talk about the steps to plan and execute a successful influencer marketing campaign. First of all, set the goal. Like I mentioned before, what's the goal of your marketing campaign? Is it awareness? Is it consideration? Is it sales? Whatever it is, make sure that you have a set goal before engaging with the influencers. The second thing is determine who you're trying to influence and the social media platforms that they are. I see a lot of brands make this mistake. So most influencers will tell you that, okay, if they're going to make a post or a video for you, it's going to be probably on Instagram. This is the price for Instagram. This is the price of Facebook, things like that. So first of all, as a company, you also have to ask yourself, where are the type of audience you're looking for? Or Twitter has a different kind of audience and a different mindset. Facebook has a different kind of audience and a different mindset. Same with the rest of them. So you have to look into the audience. Once you're able to get where your target audience spend most of their time in, the social media platform, it will then help you know which influencer fits into that platform. There are influencers that are TikTokers. They're amazing at TikTok. But when you check the engagement on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's not really the same as their TikTok accounts, right? So it means that, yes, they may be performing well on TikTok, but on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, the engagement generally and comments and everything is less. So you have to be sure that that influencer also fits that channel. Another thing, choose more of micro influencers than macro influencers. Macro influencers are people with 1 million followers and above, and these people are signing deals daily. They are having partnership endorsements with different companies. They might end up making posts probably 20 posts in a day about different companies. So you find an audience that is scattered and confused and is not defined. But when you use micro influencers that has less following, but you're sure that the audience are people that are into what your company or brand is into, at least you're sure that you will get reasonable leads from there that you can end up converting. So make sure that you deal with more micro influencers than macro, and they're much more affordable than the macro influencers. Another thing is, if you don't want to reach out to the influencer directly, you can engage by sharing, liking, or commenting on their posts, or giving them a review about a blog post or something that they made. Keep the communication going until when you're convinced that you now want to work with them, then you can now discuss partnerships. The last thing is track and analyze. So this one is very important. It's good that as you're getting the influencers to promote your brand or your product or your service, it's also good that you track their performance, so that you see if this person is doing well or giving you what you want, and if you want to continue with the person on the long run, or if you would like to try someone new. So it's important that you track their performance so that it helps you with future marketing campaigns. And don't forget to work with influencers who are authentic and real and who are on the positive side. You don't want to work with influencers who have a lot of negativity around them and a whole lot of controversies that might affect your brand at the end of the day. So I hope you found this video really helpful. Thank you all for watching, and that's all for the influencer marketing campaign. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a like, a share, and a comment. See you next time on my next video. Go get your ASA. Take it from your media playboy.